Welcome back to 5-Minute Mentoring Videos. The next question I want to tackle in this series is one that I get very frequently from many people, whether they are junior in their careers, whether they're mid-level, or even executives in their careers. And the question is, why is it that I'm not getting the same kinds of opportunities as my peers and colleagues when I work longer and harder than any of them? One of the things that I find that we can all do better as members of the workforce is really translating the value of what we do every day into what the organization values. And you notice I didn't say helping people to understand what we're doing, but the value of what we're doing and making sure that it fits into the broader context of the value of the organization. So what that means is, first, you have to understand, what does your organization value? What are those objectives? What is the organization trying to achieve at large, not just as it relates to your part, but at large. And then you can better translate the value of what you're doing, how what you're doing adds value to the organization. The next thing, and this is even more important than the organizational piece, is understanding what your leader values. What does your manager value? And then being able to translate the work that you're doing and the value that it's delivering to the organization, and specifically to helping that leader to be successful. I learned this many years ago. I went through a period where I had, in 4 years, I had about 5 leaders. And I was essentially doing the same job. And as I would go in to give an update to my boss at the time, the first boss was thrilled with all the things I had done and all the things I talked about. Got a new boss a year later, went in and had the same report, and I'm sharing, here's what I did, and the eyes are kind of glazing over and I'm not getting this. And what I recognized, fortunately I recognized it on the second boss, I was ready when the third one came in, but what I recognized was my new leader really was much more enamored with the strategic piece of my job. The tactical piece I needed to get done, so the everyday work I had to get done. But she was more focused on some of the strategic work, where my former leader had been more focused on the operational work, the day-to-day activity. Both of them, actually all 5 of them, when I think about the changes in leadership, all 5 of them expected me to be doing the strategic work and the operational, or the more tactic work. But what I needed to lead with one leader was different than what I needed to lead with another leader. So take the time to understand what your leader values, and when you can do that and then translate what you're doing and how you're contributing to that value, it can make a world of difference. The other thing that it can do is, because remember this question is, when I'm working longer and harder, it seems, than anybody else, and I'm not getting those same kinds of opportunities, you might find that you approach your work differently because you understand what the organization is valuing and how you might even be able to have a broader impact in the way you execute your work. With your leader, you understand you might need to change something about what you're doing so that it is more in line with his or her values. And I think that if we try to implement some of that, just try it out for me and see how it works, I think we're going to see that the organization is going to see more value in the work that we're doing every day. Thanks so much.